This individual is premeditated, obviously premeditated. The fact that he had the type of weaponry and amount of weaponry in that room, it was pre-planned extensively, and I'm pretty sure he evaluated everything that he did in his actions.
Calculated and premeditated, that's how investigators are describing the shooting attack that killed 59 people in Las Vegas.
Tonight we are learning more about the gunman and his meticulous plan to kill dozens. We'll have that new information in just a moment, but first tonight, the faces of the fallen.
And tonight we're getting a first look at the victims of Sunday's massacre. Police say they've identified all but 3 of the 59 people. Among those, Dana Gardner, a San Bernardino County employee who was at the concert with co-workers. She was a county employee for 26 years.
And mother of 2, Jennifer Parks, best known by her close friends as Jenny. She was on a weekend trip to Vegas with her husband from Palmdale, California. Police say her husband was shot in the hand by the same bullet that took Jennifer's life. And
another innocent victim, 50-year-old Denise Braditis from West Virginia. The soon-to-be grandmother of 5 was on vacation with her husband of 32 years. He survived the attack.
Good Day Atlanta anchor Sharon Lawson is in Las Vegas tonight, where she spoke to some of the survivors.
We're on the south side of the strip where this massacre took place, and if you take a look behind me, you'll see that this area has been cordoned off by police as authorities continue with their investigation. And then a little bit further over, you'll see some powerful images right there. 2 windows that the gunman smashed out to start his reign of terror, killing dozens and injuring hundreds more. The terror that unfolded Sunday night will be a memory Israel Cabanas won't soon forget.
We saw many things, many horrible things that night.
Cabanas, a country singer himself, was attending as a spectator when Sin City turned into hell on earth.
But there was a lot of panic, so a lot of it was just
chaotic scene.
Chaotic.
As the bullets began to fly, Cabanas looked on in disbelief as concertgoers began to drop to the ground.
I saw the people lying down there, and all I can do is try to help them out as much as we could.
Sadly, dozens of people were murdered that night, with hundreds more injured.
This is a terrible time for this city.
Meanwhile, as the city continues to mourn, those saddened by the senseless tragedy are expressing their condolences as makeshift memorials and vigils pop up across town.
We're not going to mention that person's name. We pray for Las Vegas.
And as you can see along the strip, workers cleaning up the crime scene. Meanwhile, investigation into the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history continues. In Las Vegas, Sharon Lawson, Fox 5 News.
Seconds are going by, minutes are going by, and the rounds are continuously going. Changing weapons, changing calibers. I mean, you can hear the difference in the gunshots of the different rifles that he's shooting. The walls are shaking.
Tonight we're hearing from an Army veteran who was just 2 floors beneath the shooter at the Mandalay Bay.
Chris Bethel was in his room Sunday when he says he heard the commotion and looked out his window to see the carnage. And Bethel says he desperately tried to call 911, the front desk, and even a different hotel across the street to tell authorities he knew where the shots were coming from, but no one answered. Bethel says he then looked out his window a second time and realized police were responding to the wrong place.
He's not over there. He's over here. The hardest part about it for me is feeling like I couldn't get a hold of somebody fast enough.
Well, once he was able to get someone on the phone, Bethel explained that he led authorities across the street to the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay, where the shooter was found.
Turning now to new information tonight about suspected shooter Stephen Paddock. There are new images of his hotel suite with weapons on the floor. Investigators say Paddock placed cameras inside and outside the room, including a hidden camera in a food cart and the hotel door peephole, presumably to watch for police. During the Sunday night rampage, a hotel security guard who approached the room was shot through the door and hit in the leg.
As for Paddock's life, authorities say he was married and divorced twice. His girlfriend, Marilou Danley, is now considered a person of interest. The Clark County Sheriff says the FBI is bringing her back to the U.S. from the Philippines tomorrow for questioning. According to authorities, Paddock transferred $100,000 to the Philippines in the days before the attack. Paddock's brother says the money was for Daddy, who was overseas at the time of the shooting and is currently in the Philippines. Reporters caught up with Eric Paddock in Florida today, where he spoke about the money, saying, ironically, that his brother took care of people.
The people he loved, he took care of, and as he was descending into hell, he wanted to try to take care of her. If you want to think Steve's an evil genius, how can you not think it was easy enough for him to come up with a scheme to take the money and have it available for Marilou in a place where she would be safer to be? He wanted her, and this is today's thing I might be wrong about. He manipulated her to be completely as far away from this and safe when he did this.
At least 130 people remain in the hospital tonight, with 45 listed in critical condition. One hospital alone treated 120 people for gunshot wounds.
Well, as you know, country star Jason Aldean was playing his final song when gunfire erupted on Sunday. The Macon, Georgia native announced tonight that he's canceled concerts for the remainder of the week. The tour will resume again on October the 12th in Tulsa. We have continuing coverage of the Las Vegas massacre throughout the newscast tonight and coming up on News Edge at 11. Remember, you can get updates anytime on fox5atlanta.com and on our Fox 5 Atlanta Facebook page.